Once upon a time, shrouded in the mists of history, there existed a forsaken town known as Black Seagull. Nestled on the desolate shores of a sinister sea, this eerie port town was cursed by a grim legacy. Its residents, in one way or another, were all descendants of the ill-fated souls aboard the first ship to ever grace these treacherous waters. Whispers of its origin veiled the truth in enigma. Some claimed it was a pirate vessel, while others dismissed such notions as mere fables. Yet, every denizen of Black Seagull shared an ancestral connection to that accursed ship. Every 5 years, under the pallid glow of a blood-red moon, a dread-laden night arrived. This was the night when the accursed entity, an amalgamation of bones, ghostly vapors, and rotting flesh, emerged from the murky depths of the sea. Clad in tattered, seaweed-draped garb that befitted a captain of old, the apparition was known as the Whitebeard Captain. Though his appearance was ghastly and grotesque, the captain exuded an aura of malevolence that sent shivers down the spines of those unfortunate enough to witness his arrival. He would emerge from the inky sea, walking along the shoreline, a macabre silhouette against the blood-streaked night. The townsfolk watched in fearful anticipation, each with their own unique connection to the cursed captain's crew. Stories had been passed down through generations, tales of long-lost relatives who had once sailed beneath his cursed banner. Every family in Black Seagull had an ancestral bond to one or two of the ship's ill-fated crew members. The Whitebeard Captain's purpose was unwavering. With midnight's approach, he would roam through the dimly lit streets of Black Seagull, seeking something elusive. It was said he was searching for remnants of a treasure plundered long ago, a treasure that had shattered the unity of his nefarious crew, leading to the ship's calamitous demise. On those wretched nights, the entity scoured the town with spectral eyes, its hollow sockets radiating an eerie, otherworldly light. Some fortunate souls would relinquish a piece of their lineage's stolen loot, an heirloom with a dark and tainted history. The captain, in his grisly specter form, would grasp the tarnished trinket and disappear into the briny abyss from whence he came. But, on occasions when he failed to recover a fragment of his accursed treasure, the captain's malevolence took a far more sinister turn. Without hesitation, he would descend upon one of the town's hapless residents, his bony hands reaching out to steal something far more precious, the very essence of life itself. Every family in Black Seagull knew the grim truth. Every 5 years, the dread that loomed was twofold. It meant either surrendering a piece of their ancestral treasure or facing the harrowing prospect of losing a beloved family member. Such was the price they paid for their twisted lineage, for their forebears' vile actions. The town of Black Seagull itself bore the scars of its dark past. Its buildings, gnarled and decrepit, leaned precariously over cobbled streets that seemed eternally shrouded in a looming mist. The eerie silence that blanketed the town, broken only by the ceaseless crashing of the sea against jagged rocks, added to the unsettling atmosphere. Street lamps flickered ominously, casting elongated shadows that seemed to dance with malevolent intent. Rusty anchors and remnants of shattered shipwrecks adorned the town square, serving as eerie reminders of the seafaring horrors that had cursed Black Seagull. Desperation permeated the air on those accursed nights. Families locked themselves away in their homes, clutching stolen relics to their chests, hoping to appease the phantom captain. Dread weighed heavily on their hearts as they awaited the entity's terrible judgment. The townsfolk lived in perpetual fear, concealing their ancestral shame from the outside world. It was a town of secrets, where every smile concealed a lurking darkness. The sheriff, the judge, the dentist, the mailman, all complicit in the town's terrible curse. They knew the truth, yet dared not speak of it. As generations came and went, the terror of the Whitebeard Captain's curse continued to haunt Black Seagull. The legacy of a pirate crew torn asunder by their insatiable greed remained etched in the town's very soul. And so, the town of Black Seagull endured, ensnared in a never-ending cycle of blood-red moons and spectral visitations. It was a place where the sins of the past returned to exact their toll, where the very earth trembled in fear of the retribution that haunted its shores. The Whitebeard Captain, a gruesome testament to the town's malevolent history, would continue his sinister pilgrimage, driven by an insatiable desire to reclaim the stolen pieces of his darkened soul. Black Seagull would remain ensnared in the clutches of his curse, for it was a town forever bound to the sins of its ancestors, forever trapped in the nightmarish grip of its accursed legacy. In the grim days of the 1800s, the vast, unforgiving oceans held secrets darker than the abyss itself. A notorious pirate ship, christened the Scarlet Tempest, was plagued by a sinister legend that struck terror into the hearts of all who sailed the treacherous seas. It was a legend whispered in hushed tones, passed down through generations of sailors, a tale of the enigmatic red octopus. This creature, a monstrous behemoth of the deep, was unlike any other. Its crimson hue glowed eerily in the moonlight, and it was said to be the size of two men stacked atop each other. But it wasn't its size alone that struck fear into the souls of seafarers, it was its insatiable hunger for human lives. The red octopus, a nocturnal harbinger of doom, had a gruesome modus operandi. Each night, under the cover of darkness, it would surface near the Scarlet Tempest. It was a silent, chilling presence, its tentacles reaching out like ghostly tendrils. It would select a victim, a doomed soul among the crew, and with precision, it would claim them. Its method was both macabre and horrifically precise. The unfortunate crew member chosen by the red octopus would meet a gruesome fate as it bit off their head, leaving the lifeless body behind for the remaining sailors to discover come dawn. As time wore on, the sailors and even the captain himself grew wary of the malevolent presence haunting their ship. They whispered in the shadows, their voices trembling as they pieced together the dreadful truth: their vessel was cursed, plagued by the sinister predilections of the red octopus. Yet, the captain of the Scarlet Tempest was an enigmatic figure, his obsession with the red behemoth rivaled only by Captain Ahab's relentless pursuit of Moby Dick. He yearned to confront the creature, to unravel the enigma that had ensnared his ship and stolen the lives of his crew. Months turned to years, and with each passing night, more sailors met their untimely demise at the hands of the red octopus. It was a reign of terror that left the captain in a state of morbid fascination and trepidation, torn between a desire for vengeance and the dread of confronting the malevolent creature. Then, on a night shrouded in inky darkness, the inevitable showdown approached. The captain, clad in the tattered remnants of his once proud attire, stood alone on the deck. His eyes glinted with a mixture of dread and determination as he clutched his sword, gleaming wickedly in the faint moonlight. The red octopus emerged from the depths, its grotesque form casting eerie shadows across the deck. But to the captain's astonishment, it didn't immediately strike. Instead, it wrapped a single tentacle around the blade of a sword, as if toying with its prey. In that chilling moment, the captain realized the horrifying truth: the red octopus had become more than a mindless predator. It had absorbed the knowledge, fears, and souls of all those it had consumed, and it had become something far more sinister. As the night wore on, the captain's strength waned, and the creature continued its macabre game, dancing with him in a grotesque ballet of death. It was a battle of wills, of knowledge and malevolence. The captain fought valiantly, but in the end, he too succumbed to the relentless grasp of the red octopus. The legend tells of a ghost ship, adrift in the uncharted waters of the Caribbean Sea, its sails billowing in the wind, devoid of life. The Scarlet Tempest, once feared throughout the seas, now sailed as a phantom vessel, a chilling testament to the malevolent force that had claimed it. Rumors persisted that the red octopus, armed with the collective knowledge of the souls it had devoured, had guided the ship to new waters, to new victims. It was a maritime horror story, whispered among sailors, a cautionary tale of the depths of human obsession and the terror that lurked beneath the waves. the end of the Scarlet Tempest was the beginning of a new reign of terror, a legacy of dread that extended far beyond the ship's cursed voyage. It was a reminder that the ocean held secrets darker and more inscrutable than any sailor could fathom, a chilling enigma that lurked in the heart of the abyss. And as the years rolled on, one question haunted the minds of those who dared to venture into the boundless sea: what other horrors remained undiscovered in the depths of the ocean's abyssal embrace?